Jen. How are you? I'm just gonna wait, see if a few people jump on. I thought it was good timing and get people excited for the auction that's coming up in a little bit. Oh, my stack is falling. How's everybody tonight? You're good? That's awesome. It's a nice day here in Nova Scotia today. Lots of sunshine. Cold, but still lots of sunshine. What time is the auction start? 7 your time. Hi, Linda. How's everybody? Everybody coming to the auction? You're good? You're wet there, Irene. Rain? Maybe we'll get some rain. I haven't listened to the weather. I was too busy catching up on the Trump news. We won't even talk about that. Hi, Betty. Auction starts at 7. Yep. Yep, we're excited for it. It's always fun to listen to you guys. Well, let's get the show on the road so that those of you that have to go have your dinner before the auction can have that done. But I thought it was easier just to come on live and show you the finished product from yesterday's little workshop of cards and envelopes using the leftover Simple Stories Fresh Snow line than what it was trying to take pictures of everything and post them. This is easier. So I'll just go through the stack. There are 9 in total, and I know that I had cut off pieces. Those of you that were watching with me, I had cut off pieces thinking that I'd get more cards done, but I ended up using those pieces on some of the envelopes and some of the inside. So 9 cards and envelopes is what I was left with. Now I did have enough scraps that I could scrounge up probably another half a dozen cards, but I didn't, and very happy with the results. So this is the first one, and I don't think we were on together when I made this one. So I used the, I don't know which way is better. It looks really bright. Does it look good for you guys? I can never tell from my computer what it looks like for you. I'm going to change my glasses. Maybe that will help. Okay, there we go. It does help. So this one says, hello, friend. And the friend is popped up. So is the bell. So are the bells. And I did go in and get a few gems. And I put like 3 little gems. But you will see from our video, if you go back to it, that I used all the original pieces that we had picked out. And just built the cards from there. I did distress with vintage. It's a little too bright. Okay, let me dull it a little bit. How's that? I did use vintage photo for some distressing. Hold on an angle. Okay, like that. That's better like that. It looks better. And then on the inside, I put a tag on this one. And the envelope is here. And I just use one of the tags because there's room there to write addresses on it. And the back, I left it as is. So that's one. And for the second one, we have this, and it says, oh, what fun. And that was actually the square that we had cut out from the leftovers. Made a little banner. The banners popped up. There was a little flower in your bits and pieces, a little acorn, another little acorn, and those are popped up. And then a little gemstone. Rounded some corners, flipped some corners. And this one I put a piece of the same paper that I used on the envelope. So I put a strip of this paper here because this was one of the solids. And I used one of those panels on the front. And this is light enough that someone can write the address very, very easily. So that's card 2. This is kind of one of my favorite ones, this one. Remember we had this little deer? So I made it as a flip. So we flipped up that little deer, and I used a bit of one of the bits and pieces there. This came out of the ephemera pack. Popped it up. Some gems, little heart. Oops. And on the inside, I used another one of those bits and pieces. Not bits and pieces, the ephemera. Now the envelope was a solid blue, so I used another panel that matches with the panel on the card. And this was a large ephemera piece. So lots of room there to write an address. And I didn't do anything on the back of that one. So that's a fun one. And the deer is very cute. And then we have Snow Kisses. We used the date bits and pieces. Snow Kisses was, I don't remember if that was the bits and pieces or the sentiments. Little heart, some gemstones. This panel is popped up. And I took another one of the ephemera pieces and put it inside. And for the envelope, another ephemera piece that allows the address. Like you have to be, when you're using pattern card stock or dark card stock to make envelopes, you just have to make sure that you're putting something light enough on the front for people to write the address on. And then we have Hello Winter. So like these have generic winter sayings on them, but then you could go into your own sentiments, and if you wanted to use one for a birthday, you could still put a big happy birthday up here with the Hello Winter. Round at the corners from this piece. This is part of the ephemera popped up. The stars popped up from the bits and pieces, and then a couple of snowflakes. And put another tag in the inside of this one. The envelope was done, this is the one with the flowers, so I put the flowers, left that one inside, and used this pattern for the outside. It matches the envelope base. And remember that piece that we had that I said I'm going to save it and fussy cut out the birdhouse with the spot there to write? That's there, and then I tucked the snow and put the day on the front. And that's, thank you, Erin. They're fun, like, and it's just what I do now because I like to use my paper. Like I put in an order last night, of course. I think I ordered 3 new lines, so like, you know, I gotta use it up. So that's that one there. This is another flippity flap, which I'm really liking on the cards. So this is hot. And one of the pieces that I had put, like one of the 3, I cut it up and made little banners, put a heart, popped up laid the ephemera piece of, or the bits and piece cocoa cup, popped up the hot, and then when you open the flap, it's got the big cocoa there, and that's popped up. So that's fun. So hot cocoa. And then inside is the hot cocoa. It's a hug from the inside, that tag there. And I really love the envelope just as much. So I put the inside of the envelope the same as the panel for this one. And then the outside, another one of those large ephemera pieces. it does make it extra special. And I was saying to the gang yesterday, the people at the post office, they really like seeing them come, and they always comment on how pretty the cards are. So that's good. And we have just four left. So this one's Your Snow Wonderful. So this was one of the ephemera pieces. 3 snowflakes popped up. I used a side punch, and this is a little scallop edge on this polka dot here and here. And then the inside, I just put the tag with the mittens and the flowers, and it says Burr. And the envelope, it's the same as the base, the pine cones. And again, this set had so many nice ephemera pieces that had the ability to write on that I just stuck that one right to the front. So like you could easily, your Snow Wonderful, happy birthday, or thank you. This would make a really nice thank you card. And we have this one. This one was fun. This was one of the first ones we made together. So we did the rip of the paper, inked the edges, did some corner rounding. This was one of the 3x3s from the kit. Popped up the skate, popped up winter, and just pasted down the Wonderland. And then some gems. Inside is just one of the plain cards. And then the envelope to match has a piece of paper with lines. And then I put that ephemera piece called Cozy. And I did put a tag on this one, and I just trimmed it off because I had a tag left over. So I put it on, trimmed it here, and because I just really like that tree. And last but not least, we have the deer. I had to put him on the envelope. It was a piece of the paper line, and I made sure I didn't cut him up. And then for the back side, I used a piece of paper that I had left over, and I turned it all the way around to the back, and then put one of the ephemera Woodsy Winter on the back of that one. And then this one has, it's not like a full flop up, but the ephemera piece kind of pops up a little bit. And I used a border punch for some edging here on both sides. This is a piece of the this one here come from the ephemera. Flagged a piece of leftover paper with a staple, popped up warm wishes. And then some gems. So that is it, and I thought it was much easier to do it this way. Hopefully the light's well enough that you can see them well. Then try to take pictures and post them. These are really fun. I hope you got some great little techniques. Don't overthink it. Do it kind of in assembly line approach, and make your little stacks of paper piles, and then just go to town. Nothing you do will be wrong, and it will all look wonderful. And every card will always be unique. Like there'll never be another card exactly like this one, which is kind of fun. And that's what I have for you. I did post the upcoming class for the calendar. So that's going to be next Friday. This Friday. I'm off this Friday. I took today off and I took Friday off. So it's going to be Friday evening at 6 my time, so 5 your time. And we're going to do our February calendar, which is a 12 by 12 single page layout. So even if you don't have the calendar package, still join in, and you can certainly do it with stuff that you have at home. But the calendar is really fun because it's going to be a full year. And I'm not putting pictures on mine because it's going to be a gift for next Christmas for someone. So we'll see you at the auction. Who's excited for that? I'm excited. I have a feeling Betty is already at Heather's, and I have a feeling that they're prepping and having dinner, and they'll be all fresh and peppy for 7 o'clock. So we're going to see you guys then. Hope you have a good evening, and take care. Bye-bye.